Limiting beliefs. They're extremely powerful, but for all the wrong reasons, all the wrong purposes, and they're extremely negative. So, what is a limiting belief? Well, a limiting belief is something that stops you from reaching your full potential, or stops you or limits you from putting your all into everything. So, where do limiting beliefs come from, and how do we get them built into us? Okay, there's two ways that you can get limiting beliefs. Now, the first way is from either you telling yourself, because you've imagined it in your head, you've imagined this situation in your head, and you've just thought, I won't be good enough for that, or I'm not smart enough to do that, or I'm not rich enough, or I don't possess the characteristic or the personality traits that I need, so I'm never going to be able to do that. The second way you can get it from yourself is if you've actually gone into this situation before, or you've actually tried this thing before and you've failed, or you've not failed but you've not really done as well as you expected. So then you've told yourself, I'm not clever enough and that's why I didn't succeed. Another way that we get limiting beliefs is actually from other people telling us we're not good enough. It's other people saying, well, you can't do that because you're not good enough, or you can't do that because you don't know how to do that, or you can't do that because you're too big, or you can't do that because you're not fit enough. And limiting beliefs, whether they come from other people or us, the more we hear them or the more we tell ourselves them, the more we believe them. And unfortunately, the more we believe it, the more powerful it grows. So what can be done to reverse the effects of limiting beliefs? What's its kryptonite? Okay, so it's a thing called affirmations. Now, you ask yourself, what's an affirmation? An affirmation it's a confirmation. So an affirmation is something that you tell yourself that is either true or gives you strength, gives you inner strength or belief or passion. So for example, if your limiting belief is, I am not good enough to do whatever that is, the affirmation is, I am good enough. And you back that up by saying why you're good enough. I am good enough because I know I can do this, or I am good enough because I know I'm hard working, I'll put the effort in. I know I'm good enough because I always succeed, or I know I'm good enough because I'm determined, I want this really badly. That's an affirmation. And the more positivity you tie to an affirmation, and the more you feel strong about it, the more you really want it, the more powerful that affirmation becomes. And slowly that affirmation will just take over and it'll reduce and sometimes completely replace the limitation or the limiting belief. It's extremely powerful, and it's not something you're going to be able to do overnight. It's something that could take some people days, months, or even years. It depends on what the issue is that you're facing. So I want to set you a task. Think of just one limiting belief. Now be completely honest with yourself, or this is never going to work. Think of one limiting belief you have. Again, just a brief. It could be something you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not fit enough, you're not pretty enough, whatever it is. Just pick one. And think about where that came from. When did you first notice that you had that limiting belief? Where did it come about, and how did the seed get inside you, and how was it allowed to grow? And the final part of this little task is to replace it with an affirmation. So pick an affirmation and explain to yourself in the mirror why you are good enough, and why that limiting belief is not allowed to take over you anymore, and why that affirmation is going to grow, and why that affirmation is going to kick that limiting belief out. It's powerful. It takes time. But you know what? If you get this, and if you manage to kind of perfect this little technique, the opportunities are endless. Doors will open. So try it out, and let me know how you get on. I'm really interested to see your progress along the way. So send me your DMs at the beginning of the little task, halfway through, and right at the end. I love helping you guys and girls. So I get some people messaging me saying, sorry to bother you, don't worry about bothering me. I love to hear from you, and I love to hear that people look forward to my videos. I absolutely love to hear the things you try out and the ways that you succeed and better yourselves. I love to hear about all that. So keep the positivity flowing and always be kind to yourself. Never beat yourself up. Don't give yourself a hard time. You're always just trying your best. And if you're not, try your best. Keep your chins up and have a great afternoon.